These are the new AirPods Mini. Just kidding, these aren't, but this might be how they would have been if Apple did release something like this. This is from a brand called iKF, and they call this the Mini4. And just look how small this is, and it feels like a legit premium product. iKF did reach out to us to try this out, and since I'm always on the hunt on finding the perfect pair of earphones, I said, why not? Now, the moment I saw this, I already knew what its biggest selling point to me was. It doesn't have silicone ear tips that I'd have to stick in my ear canals, like these ones. Similar to Apple AirPods. Now, not only did I try this out, I tested my whole playlist from different genres of music to really get a feel of how this sounds, and I have to say, I was surprised. I mean, for less than 2,000 pesos, this is pretty decent. But before anything else, let me show you my quick unboxing so you'll also know what we are getting. So here's the box. It says, True Wireless Stereo Headset, version 5.3. I'm assuming this is the Bluetooth version. On the side, I think this is Chinese. On the other side, we have some recognizable icons. 13mm speaker unit, this is referring to the drivers inside the earbuds. Dual host Bluetooth version 5.3. 4 to 5 hours battery life, and iOS and Android compatible. And on the back, everything is pretty much the same. Let's now see what's inside the box. Here we have a top lid with instructions in a foreign language. And right here we can see the earbuds and an accessories box. Here we're getting a short USB-C charging cable, the manual, and some single-use Q-tips for cleaning the earbuds. Let's now proceed to the unit itself. Okay, so to comment on its design, I really appreciate that they didn't do an all-out Apple ripoff and still managed to make the design their own on the earpiece itself. The case, however, is very similar to AirPods, but with the exception of the size and the branding. We can tell that it's decent quality plastic, but the plastic of the case and the earbuds are different. The case is a white matte finish and the earbuds are glossy white. I also noticed that the magnetic hinge was quite good, but I also observed that this lid doesn't quite line up perfectly, and it does wobble a bit if you try to wiggle it purposely, which we won't be doing anyways. The earbuds doesn't have a stem, which I think is what really contributes to this being this small. But I really appreciate that, as I expected, it fits nicely in my ears and it doesn't feel like it would fall off easily. Pairing also wasn't a hassle, but I did notice that the pairing sound did seem a bit weird. Anyway, moving on to how it sounds. Initially, the first time I tried this, I wasn't very satisfied as it sounded tinny and was just okay for the most part. But again, I really wanted to give this guy a shot, so I did the normal burn-in cycle that a lot of people suggest we do with new pairs of earphones. I left this playing music for hours at its optimal operating volume until the battery got depleted, which, interestingly, lasted a little over the claimed 5 hours of runtime. After a while, the sound from the Mini4 did improve greatly. Everything discernible from the lower registers to the highs are here. There's a decent amount of punchiness, but also a bit boomy. The sound does seem a bit mid-forward, but also has a lot of clarity going on. Comparing the sound profile to reference monitor headphones, this isn't quite flat, but I could say that it is what it's trying to achieve. It doesn't try to go overly bassy like a lot of consumer-grade earbuds, but I feel it's trying to get a more natural sound. I think this really shines with sung vocals for its clarity and live instruments with a boost in its mids. You can really feel the hit and the movement of the floor drum and the snare. Of course, we're not getting any spatial audio or fancy active noise cancellation, but for its price, I think this is pretty good. I also did notice that how you put them greatly affects the sound quality. You'll notice that if you place it in your ear at an off angle, you'll lose a lot of that bass, so be sure to take note of that. So would I recommend the iKF Mini4? Well, if you're after the sound, the size, the battery, and the price, I'd say sure, the iKF Mini4 is a decent choice. And iKF is also generous enough to even give this at a lower price with a discount voucher, which we'll have linked in the description below. Also guys, stay tuned as we will be reviewing headphones and earphones on this channel soon, so be sure to subscribe if you're into that. Anyway, remember to leave a like and thank you for watching.